I can't come from my home there to come and tell a lie here. But this is a true story. Elder Kavwa. It was in the year 2017. Elder Mulolo. I was working as youth director then for Copper Belt Conference. It was Sabbath, like today. I remember I was supposed to go to Mukushi. Then word came that there was a funeral. One of the elders died. So the pastor there advised that we reschedule this, my trip. Then I called a certain pastor from Undola. Said, Pastor, I seem to have a free Sabbath today. Please give me a church in your district where I can preach in vernacular, in a shanty compound. I don't want to be Mumayad, but just a shanty compound. Please give me a church where I could come so that I could preach in vernacular. Then the pastor says, please, you are welcome. There is this church, actually, they even wanted you at some point. So to cut the long story short, I went to that church within Indola. When I got there, everyone was excited. Went, we preached, and after the sermon, as we were waiting for lunch, the way we will be waiting for lunch outside. Your life. So as we were waiting for lunch outside, I was greeting people. We are greeting the way we will be greeting outside. And guess what? There was an old lady, about 8 years old, who was standing in the sun waiting to greet me. Then I took time with young people. Then the lady speaks in Bemba and she says, Bapashita, nimilolela sana. Lekeni na inemi posheko mweva na lekeni mposheko bapashita. Those who don't understand Bemba, young people, please, you've all delayed him. Let me greet him as well. So I left everyone and I went to greet the old lady. So as I shook a hand with the old lady, I was meeting up for the very first time in my life. As we were shaking hands, lo and behold, as I was now letting my hand go, this woman holds my hand. She doesn't want to let my hand go. She just holds it, an old lady, about 80. She holds it. So I tried diplomatically, and she refuses. She's still holding it. Then she whispers something in my ears. Then she tells me, Pashita, ndefaya, munshindikeko kunganda tule ya babili. Chaweri yako mayo Fwe kule mitwe mayo. Hey. Then I said, okay, let me call the elders. Then she says, no, I just want you alone. Hey. Then I says, can't we go after the Bible study? She says, no, I want us to go now. Then delayed a bit. Tried to dodge. She says, I will not let you go until we go to my home, the two of us. And I said, okay. Limbi nalaisa puisha mu afternoon this story. Kote mwama stories. Mubweshe na offering. Okay, fine. Then we went to her home, the two of us. And when we got, it wasn't far from church. When we got to the home, or the house, It was a small, tiny thing covered with chiranga cement bags, made of the bricks that were not bent. And it was bending, the wall was bending, almost falling. Then I started shedding tears. Then she says, "Don't cry, Pastor. I've not even mentioned the reason I called you here. This is where I reside. When it is rainy season, influence impwila fe pamubili lendo kafi." But wait a minute, Pastor. As you see me right now, I am a mother of 3 adult daughters who are married and living well. One of my daughters, the firstborn, lives here in Indola in a township called Kansenshi Kumayad. She's even married to a white man. Chumusungu. The other one lives in Kitwe in Nkana East, while the other one is in Mpika. They are all married. These daughters of mine hate me with a passion. I don't know what I've done to my daughters. Then she says, the one who lives in Indola, I have a phone number. Yona lemba kuila shapa chibumba apona. Then I said, "Mami, I will convene a meeting with all your 3 daughters and their husbands. I will call them and remind them that should you die, they will remain cursed in this life. I'll call for the meeting. Just this evening, let me get the number." I got the number. And I assured her, this evening, I'll call your daughters and I'll have a meeting with them and I'll rebuke them. Then she says, "Wow, we hope so, my pastor." Without wasting much of my time, went back to church. It was Bible study. After study, I went back home. And guess what? That evening, I forgot about the call. But how do you forget such an important assignment? I forgot that Sabbath evening. I forgot. On Sunday again, forgot. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning. We were doing devotions at Copper Belt Conference office there, around 7:50, 8 hours. I received a phone call from one of the elders from that same church. Then quickly I picked. Then I started to defend myself. "Sorry, elder, I didn't even call you to say I traveled well. Even that, those fruits you gave me, my wife was so happy about it." Then the elder says, "Hey, I did not call about anything like that. Pastor, do you remember that old lady you went with home?" I said, "Elder, I actually have an appointment with that woman." Then the elder tells me, "I regret to inform you that she was found dead this morning." I felt bad. However, I assured the elders that this evening I'll be coming to the funeral house and I'll preach this evening at the funeral house. So I got to the funeral house around 19 hours. I left my vehicle at church, right in that shanty compound, and went to the funeral house. When I got to the funeral house, lo and behold, there was no one. I said, "I can't get lost Just 6 days ago, I was here. This is the same place. Got the phone, called the elder. Elder, I'm by the funeral house. Then the elder tells me, Pastor, sorry, we did not mention to you later that when we called the daughter who lives in Kansensh, the children said in Bemba, and I quote, so they have transferred the funeral to Kansensh. So come to street blah 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 crescent. So I went to Kansensh. And I go to the funeral house. Beautiful house. Guards around. Swimming pools around. And then the daughter comes to me. Pastor, we got word that you had a good time on Sabbath with Mom. We are hating. Hating. Which hating, you hypocrite? We are hating. She was a good mother. Good mother. Which drink can you take? I said, na chinweko mfumine nshanweko. It was a beautiful, big funeral, Elder Okelo. It was big funeral. And people in the compound said, no, the service will be done in this compound. So I went, I was the preacher man. And just the coffin. Hey. And if I went to ask the driver for St. Anne, I'm dara. So imbokosh kutiala kumashinga. Then he says it's above 30,000 caskets. Then the family said, burial site. There are about 4 burial sites in Indora. There is Kawama Cemetery, there is Kantolomba Cemetery, there is Mitengo Cemetery, and there is Kansenshi right there at Hillcrest. Then the daughter said, we can't bury our mother Kukawama. Neither can we bury our mother Kantolomba. Not even Mitengo. Our mother will sleep at Hillcrest, Kansenshi. 30,000. We didn't. There was food. There was shetology. There was anything. It was buffet. You eat what you wanted. We buried. And after burial, I met the daughters and their husbands. And I narrated what I have shared with you. And I reminded them, had you spent everything you have spent in her death, your mother wouldn't have died by now. Thank you for burying your mother in a dignified manner. But sorry, your giving is late. Had it come earlier, your mother would have appreciated. Yes, you have buried her. You have contributed. But let me tell you, he is not the God of the dead. He is the God of the living. Dear friends, this morning, Nicodemus pops up when he hears Jesus is dead. When Jesus was alive, Nicodemus was hiding. He could not come out in the open and say, Jesus, here is my money. I want you to buy a new donkey so that as you walk from Jerusalem to Jericho, you ride on the donkey. He could not come out in the open and defend Jesus whenever Jesus was being attacked in some councils. He was hiding, but he comes out when Jesus is dead. Mary Magdalene came out when Jesus was alive. Wise men from the east came out when Jesus was alive. Simon came out when Jesus was alive. Alas, Nicodemus comes and is changed by Christ's death.